Money, power. Two things that will always coexist together. However, it is how you use your power that separates us as individuals. If you were given $10 million right now, what would you do with it? How would you use it? Money is a magnifier of who you already are. So who are you? If you were a bully without money, you will be more of a bully with money. If you were a genuine, nice person without money, you will be more of a giver with money, and so on and so on. This world we live in is full of powerful people, and what do most, if not all powerful people have in common? Money, and lots of it. So what is money at the end of the day? Influence, right? The more you have, the more influence you have, the more you can affect change in a positive or negative way. I am sure you've come across a rich person who was an absolute jerk. He or she was rude and obnoxious because they did not get their way.
I asked for a decaf cafe latte, you incompetent imbecile!
What caused them to be this way? Was it how they were brought up? Are they trying to get back at everyone that doubted them or made fun of them when they were younger? And then on the flip side, you see a wealthy person who is so generous and so nice that you almost don't believe they are rich. Hollywood has depicted the wealthy as arrogant people with how they portray the wealthy in their movies, but in reality, that is not always the case. Now let me ask you that question again. What would you do if you were given $10 million right now? This begins the story of good versus evil in the world of money. Are you going to use your money to help people, or are you going to use money for your own selfish wants? Will good prevail over evil? I guess you will have to see. Picture this, you have been bullied your entire life. You were always picked last because you were not athletic, and you had only one friend, your dog. However, you have one thing that no one can take from you, and that is your mind. You are an extremely intelligent individual getting straight A's like riding a bike. It came easy to you. Now fast forward, you have just graduated from Harvard and now you are worth $40 million. However, what motivated you to get this successful was hate. Hatred for your peers. Hatred for those people who made fun of you, who bullied you ever since you were a toddler. However, now you call the shots. Everyone praises you for your intelligence, for your hard work. But deep down inside, something is missing. Your ability to be genuine and nice to others. But come to think of it, why should you care about people and be nice to them? They never did that for you. You were thinking, I'm just going to do me and everyone else will have to pay. Now you start using money as a tool to get what you want. You start using money to do the very thing that was done to you. Hopefully you have seen the TV show Squid Game. If not, go and watch it now. Also, spoiler, this show depicts a ruthless, very wealthy person who used their money in order to get what he wanted. He preyed on the less fortunate, those who were broke, those who were in enormous amounts of debt to lure them in order to satisfy his own selfish needs. By using money for evil, he was able to get them to sacrifice their own bodies in order to hopefully obtain a very large sum of money. Now, what does this tell you? When people are in need, they become desperate and will do whatever it takes to solve their problems, no matter what the cost. Now, this very wealthy individual in the show could have used his extreme wealth to help these people, but he made a decision to use his money for his own selfish needs, and therefore bullying and belittling people, all because of one powerful tool: money. Now, on the flip side, you were born after the same individual who went to Harvard and amassed a huge fortune because of their intelligence. Growing up, you were bullied as well. No one liked you or even paid attention to you, and that hurt you so much. But something different happened to you. You were criticized and compared to your older sibling by your parents for not being as successful as your older sibling was. Your parents continued to remind you each and every day that you will always be a disappointment. They went as far as to telling you to get out because you were a failure to them. That kind of hurt really dug deep, almost drove you off the cliff. It was at that moment you said to yourself, I hate them. I wish they never were my parents. You didn't go to college because you didn't have good enough grades, and your parents continue to remind you, you will never be like your sibling, and you will never be successful. What a life you had to endure. So much pain, so much hate, and so much sadness. However, you did not let that stop you. The circumstances in your life have pushed you into becoming a wealthy individual, proving everyone wrong. You started your own business and now you are worth $100 million. All of the hurt, especially from your own family, has made you who you are today. Then something happens. You get a phone call. It's from your parents. They have lost everything. Lost their house, their job, their cars, everything. Now they need your help. The same people who were awful to you, bullied you, criticized you, need your help. They proceeded to let you know that your older sibling refused to help them, so you are their last hope. So now you're faced with a decision. Are you going to use your money, your influence, your power for evil or for good? Your choice is absolutely astounding. You choose good. With everything that has happened to you, you have chosen to use your power for good and help your parents in need. They are shocked at how generous and kind you are to them. After all they have put you through, you chose the harder road. You chose good. Who do you relate to in this situation? Is how you grew up shaped the life you have now? How your parents raised you? Whether it being right or wrong, do you blame them for how your life has turned out to be? It's their fault, right? Come to think of it, you did not choose to come into this world. They did. You were just a pawn in their game. Your life that you hate is all because of what they did to you. But what if I told you you were wrong? That even though you were brought up a specific way, there is one thing that no one can take away from you, and that is a decision. You can choose to pay back everyone who did you wrong, everyone who bullied you, by becoming super successful with tons of cash in the bank to back it up. Then use that power in order to get what you want. You can use your power to do exactly what was done to you. Or you can take the harder route. You can go through hell and back and still choose to do the right thing. You can decide to be generous, even to the people that hurt you the most, even to that one person that you hate. I have learned that one of the ultimate tests a human can go through is the test of power. How are you going to use your power when you have the upper hand, when you can affect change with just one phone call to your money manager? This is that defining moment in your life on whether you want to choose good or evil. People will always make excuses. Well, it's not my fault in how I turned out. I was raised this way. But in reality, you are in control of your own life. You can make the decision to turn the other way and take a better route. Now, what will you decide?